welcome to the Keyforge Premier League. I am Jupiter, aka Fifth Planet Keyforge, back with another announcement. And I got to tell you guys right now that today's announcement is huge. So stick around till the end of the video. We got a couple of big breaking ideas and news for you that I think the community should be thrilled about. But first, I wanted to clear up some things about what I can tell you. But again, the 24th, that is the full release date. You guys are getting like little snippets from me. I'm basically teasing you guys a little bit and giving you guys ideas because it helps kind of shape as we go. So when something is concreted, like then I basically will give you a hint about it. But I wanted to clarify some things first and foremost. First off, the pre-qualifiers are the only thing that's being signed up for the league right now. Pre-qualifiers are people that are Vault Tour winners, Grand Champions, or top 10 on the current leaderboard for the Vault Tour. So that's like maybe like 3 people on the top 10 that were not Vault Tour winners or Grand Champions of some sort. So there was so far 19 people signed up out of the 32 slots that we have available, right? So that's not too bad. It does give you guys your 12 that were promised plus 1. So that's pretty amazing, right? I think that's going to be good for you guys. But again, I have some breaking news for you. That's a tease, right? At the end of the video, I'll tell you what the rest is. So what we're looking at right now is because there isn't and there wasn't a real APAC, which is Asian Pacific Theater event, like a Vault Tour or a Grand Championship or anything other than in Australia. Um, I am going to run a APAC friendly online challenge tournament for one qualifier spot that will be absolutely like in your guys' wheelhouse, the APAC wheelhouse. I'm going to talk to Andy Ming and I'm going to talk to a friend named Ed from United Archons. I'm going to see if maybe I can get their assistance on it. But if you are an Asian Pacific player, talk to these people. Let's get something set up for you and get you guys a spot. I think it's only fair that we give you guys at least one chance to really get in as an Asian Pacific player. The challenge will be open, so if somebody from a different time zone wanted to show up and play in your guys' tournament, that is okay as well. But like for the sake of like giving you guys a Vault Tour or a Grand Championship, I'm going to do that through challenge, and we're going to work out the details, the best time to start, and do it if I need to. I'll get up at the wee hours of the morning and make sure that it runs smoothly, and we get one person from the Asian Pacific Theater, hopefully, that can win the event and represent the APAC. We have 2 Australians, so but to be fair to the Asian part of the APAC, we wanted to offer that. So hopefully that's exciting news, but that's not the breaking news. That's not the big deal right now. It sounds like Harlan is getting into stuff. Harlan, get down. Yeah, he's climbing on the table, of course. Sorry, you get that once in a while with me. Meh, I'm not going to edit it out because it's Harlan and he's going to forever bomb me. So, second part of this breaking news, let's get to it, is we have the full scope of how the league is going to run, and I can share that with you because that's not the 24th kind of thing. But I wanted to clarify what it is. There are going to be 4 groups of basically round robin play. The 4 groups everybody in the group will play everybody else in the group once. It's going to be basically sorted by time zones so that it's for ease of scheduling purposes. So it's going to kind of end up being like an East bracket and a West bracket. And that's what's going to happen as far as all that goes. It's going to be, again, single game against each person in the group. I got notes because my brain doesn't work. So we're going to basically, every game that is played, you have to basically check in with me or Carl, and we are going to record your games without commentary or anything. We're just going to watch and record it on on our OBS, so that way we have video footage. All right, and so the video footage we want, because what we're going to do with that then is we're going to take the recorded games and we're going to move it to our commentary team, and our commentary team is going to do commentary over the top of the recorded games. The cool thing about that is that we actually have 5 different languages that we're going to be doing this in. You can't see it behind the Keyforge Premier League sign, but 5 languages. We have English, Italian, Spanish, French, and Chinese. If you want to be a part of the commentary team and you can offer like a different branch of it, and that's something you're interested in, feel free to reach out to us. We are not trying to exclude anybody that thinks that they could help produce content in their own language that would be useful. But we already have the people that we have, and I'm pretty excited about that. And so what's going to happen with that is we are going to have groups, and Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D. Each of the groups will be released on a different day of the week on the YouTube channel, which is going to be big and part of the breaking news, getting more hints, right? And the Group A games will be released on a Monday. The Group B will be released on a Tuesday. C will be Wednesday. D will be Thursday. And then once those are all released and stuff, we're going to do a live show on Twitch on that Friday. So we'll basically be on and off on Friday, like until we figure out our schedule, how we're going to do it. But we'll probably stream 2 or 3 times on Friday with open question and answers, predictions, discussions about the gameplay. If you see something that you want to talk about, like come out, and it's going to just be like an open Keyforge nerd out session, and we're going to talk about all the things. If I can bring clips up that you want to talk about, I can do that as well. Or if you want to clip the video from YouTube and bring it with you and clip it to the page, that would be great too. Like we can clip all the best things and stuff. But we want it to be basically an interactive chance for you guys to basically talk about what you're seeing in the tournament, what we could do better. Like just we want all the feedbacks. So please do that for us, and that would be great. The dynamic of the league is going to be, to be clear, is going to be adaptive Archon. But the catch and the trick was that I told you guys last video is that it's going to be, if I was in the tournament, I'm bringing 3 of my decks with me, right, to play in adaptive. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let my opponent have my 3 decks. He's going to give me his 3 decks. I'm going to evaluate the 3 decks, and then I'm going to give them back to him, and I'm going to take mine back. And then I'm going to pick one of my 3 to play. And I don't have to tell him until they queue into the game together, because you can't see the deck list names. You just see deck selected, right? So the cool thing about that, and the reason why we chose that, let me give you some background on my thinking with this, was that your opponent is going to tip you off on what style they want to play, what they feel comfortable playing when they hand you these 3 decks, right? So the more versatile player will come with a more versatile set of decks that they're going to offer to show, right? Or maybe they have a sleeper. Maybe they have a deck that they really want to play, and they just put 2 other decks out that throw off. There's all kinds of mind games and chess that can be played just in the pre-pick phase of the game. And we thought that would be an interesting dynamic, and it gives the better players a chance to also kind of play decks that they know. Like a lot of these guys, and they're going to get to know each other, right, as they play. So they're going to know tendencies and what decks and styles they like. It's no mystery that I'm an aggressive player. I like to play more aggressive decks. If you put a control deck in my hand, I'm not necessarily as good, and I'm more amped to make mistakes and stuff like that, because I'm an aggressive thinker, so I'm always on the attack, right? So that could be used against me if I was in the league, because people would eventually learn this tendency, and then when it comes down to it, they're going to know what kind of decks that they're going to want to choose to play, and give me a control deck for game 2, and a control deck they think they can win with. That would be a huge to their advantage, right? So that's kind of the mindset thinking, and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but the idea is to give it a little bit of spice, and I think we accomplished that with the 3 deck rule. So if there's any questions about that, let me know. But some people were kind of confused, so I wanted to go a little bit in depth about that. So they're basically, you're going to pick one deck, and the thing is every round, every game that you play, you get to pick from the 3 decks again. You're not locked into any deck through the tournament. So you have 3 decks that you basically are locked into, but any of those 3 decks can be played at any round, and you don't have to pre-announce. Like I said, you get to look at your opponent's stuff, then you get to basically put your pick in and go from there. So we thought that would be great, and that's going to be all the way through to the finals. So there's no tricks or trades or anything else like that. So that is all the really cool things so far. Oh wait, I said there was a perk, right? There was going to be a big reveal today. So right now we have 32 spots that we had accounted for originally with the tournament. So that would have been 4 groups of 8. And what we're going to do is we're going to up the ante because we want to, and we want to make sure as many people qualify as possible. All right. So if our number stays at 19 for the pre-qualifiers, which I think it's going to, and you're going to get the +1 for the Asian Pacific group, so that's 20, and so that means that there's 12 left over, and that's what we promised you, right? That 12 is what we promised you. But with as of today's video, if by the 24th of August, and I'll let you know when we do the drop for all the information and stuff that we're going to drop on the 24th, by the 24th, if by the 24th our YouTube channel has 75 people subscribe to it, or following us, then we will add 4 more slots into the qualifiers. 4 more chances, basically, for people if we get to 75 on our YouTube. If we get to 125, we will add 8 more slots. So it's on you as a community now to help us get some marketing and advertising out, right? So we are basically putting 4 to 8 slots, and I'm setting it at 75 and 125 for follows / subscribes, etc. Not subscribes, but just follows. Like, you don't have to pay anything. We don't care about that as much. We just want to know that there's people there watching. So that's the key, right? Like, get on there and like us and make sure that you're tuned into us so that we know that you care about this and that our content creators aren't wasting a lot of time making videos and stuff like that. So 75 gets you 4 extra slots. That will push it up to 36, and then a cap at 40 if you get to 125. We're not going to go over 40. That's going to be 9 games apiece. That gives enough versatility where you could take a loss here or there and you still have a chance to win. I will tell you that for the finals bracket, to get into the finals bracket, you will have to place in the top 3 of your group. That will give us 12 people advancing into a 16-person bracket. So the people who win their group will get a bye, and then the 2 and the 3s will basically fight and then move into the next round to play against the first place people. So that'll be more in depth on the 24th as well. I'll show you the graphics for it and stuff. But there's another breaking news / small reveal for you. But the big news to take out of this video is you have 8 spots that we're offering to you, basically to show us that your enthusiasm and your hype for this. Basically 8 spots available if we can get to 125 people following or liking. So that means if your mom and dad have accounts, I don't care. I just want to get to those numbers. I just want to see some bodies. That means that the league is being talked about and that we have people that are interested enough that they'll at least go and click and stuff. All right. And so before I go, I do have one other thing I would like to do. I am going to take you on a walk through what we have on our page now, right? This is the KeyforgePremierLeague.com page. First of all, if you want to support the league, the banner at the top here is the Keyforge Premier banner. If you click on it, it will take you into the Decks of Keyforge store that I have set up. Everything there is basically make an offer. If you make an offer, basically I'll either accept it or deny it. Some of those decks are my personal decks, but if you gave me enough money to put towards the league, I probably would sell them. But the lower end stuff, I'm not looking for a killing on them, but anything below, I would say 70, you have a pretty good chance at getting for 20 to 30 bucks easy, no problems. And that's with shipping and stuff. So if you were to bid 15 on a lower end SAS deck, you probably could get it for 20 bucks shipped in the US, or it would be a little bit more going overseas. I will, if you get more than one, you let me know. I will package the stuff into one and make the shipping cost cheaper. So, but with all that said, that's how you do it. On the Premier Keyforge League, you just click on the icon here. It tells you right here. Basically, you can support the league through that if you want to. Then we see right here we have. If you don't know how to get to our Twitter, our YouTube, our Twitch, and our Discord, is this link thing, which I don't like, but they don't have a real Discord thing, and I didn't want to make a big like separate Discord click button thing. So you get this little link, but that is the Discord link, and as you see here, it says join, and it's all in order, so you know which one's which. And then the last one here is an email. If you want to drop us an email with ideas, comments, or anything like that, please use that. And that's how this page is like set up. It's made to be real easy. Then you see like just a little bit of the hyper stuff, and then like talking about the league and stuff. Now this is the banner if you are a quote unquote pre-qualified player. You can click on the banner and it'll take you to this little submission form that will basically you would fill out and tell us who you are and like why you qualified. And then we will get it verified and put it through. So I don't really foresee too many more people doing that. As far, I think we're almost at capacity. I think there's maybe 4 people that didn't reach out that are qualified in this aspect somehow or another. I'm really disappointed that Spain hasn't responded. I heard he was thinking about it. So I'm going to put that pressure on you guys to push on him to sign up. He could be the 20th person, and that would be great by me. And then right here at the bottom, I put an actual podcast like link to the podcast in here to where you guys can link into the podcast right through the page if you wanted to. Or you can always just click on and go over to Anchor and listen to it on Anchor. It's the KFPL Anchor site. So. And then we have a little comment section again, because we really are trying to get people to give us feedback. If you want to drop a feedback on this, just leave a reply there. So that's the simple intro page if you haven't seen it yet. And then we have the little About Us page. And this is an interesting one because it basically just gives us our mission and our goal, basically, like what we're here for and about. I won't read it to you because we know. It tells you who's on the main council, like the people that are the first-hand advisors and like the decision makers for the league right now. We have Count Zero from Children of the Tentacle, a.k.a. Ramon. He is... or not Ramon, sorry, Romain. He is basically going to be taking over for Z at some point. Z will stay on as a consultant, but he'll have no voting interest once any of the tournaments start because we don't want to bias on the league because he's going to be playing in it because he is the #1 seeded player. So on the leaderboard. And then this shows you who's going to be part of our broadcast team, and I'm very proud to announce these people. We'll have more to come on them all, but the groups that are participating in it are the United Archons, the Lords of or the Archons of Atlanta, Sanctimonious, Keyforge GG, AFK, Help from Future Self, Children of the Tentacle, Call of Discovery, Reap Out, Sheforge. And then there's, I don't remember if I said Crazy Killing Machine and myself. So like there you go. These are the people who are going to be contributing. More to come on them soon. So this has been going for almost like 18 minutes, so I'm going to let it go here. I don't want to overkill it, but the Keyforge Premier League, it's a thing. It's coming, and hopefully we've been as open and straightforward as we can be. I'm excited to hopefully have this Asian Pacific qualifier, and I'd like to do it as soon as possible. So more details to come on that. Please keep an ear out. And then again, 75 or 125. Those are your 2 goal marks. If you hit those 2 marks, you get extra slots in the big last chance qualifier that will be announced on the 24th of this month. So. Lots of teases there, lots of little bits and things. I promise, other than the Asian Pacific video that I might put out soon, I have nothing else that I'm gonna leak because we're getting close anyway. So you guys can just wait for it. But thanks again for everything you do. I put a thank you post on the Keyforge Facebook group because I really, from the bottom of my heart, you guys are making a dream come true. Like I'm really excited about having this content and getting to watch Keyforge played at the highest level. So. Thank you so much, and let's do this. Let's get it going, and I'll catch you guys in the Crucible.